there, everyone. So, this is a story about other people's crushes. When I first moved here to Somerville back in '79, my first writing gig was to teach a women's writing class at the Winter Hill Community School. And my students were all women and older than me, and most of them were Catholics, and then there was one Mormon. And it was a pretty special kind of group. These women had a lot of things they wanted to tell stories about. I'll tell you about one night when the prompt was, tell about a reunion with an old crush. And lots of times when I would throw something out, there would be this uncomfortable pause as they were chewing on their pens and looking around the room and fiddling with their hair. This time there was this intake of air, like, and scribble, 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 scribble. It was amazing. And every single woman, although they were all happily married, and many of them had multiple children, like 8 kids, 10 kids, they all instantly knew who that beau was that they were going to have this reunion with and how it would go. And every single story was perfect. There was moonlight, there were roses, there were beautiful songs, and they were all looking like they'd just come from the hairdresser. You know, everything was perfect. And the men inevitably, for each woman, when they read their piece, the man would inevitably say, I've never gotten over you. You were the best thing in my life. It was lovely. Here's the weird part. A week later, largely pregnant, I took my 11-year-old daughter to see Peter Pan at the Lang Center. And during intermission, I'm walking across the lobby and I hear a voice. And it was strange because really it was 20 years since I'd seen this guy, but I recognized his voice immediately, even though 20 years of heavy smoking and judging from how he was standing with his wife, hard times. It was my old beau, Jim Kelly. And so I stopped and I turned to my daughter and I said, that's my old boyfriend, Jim Kelly, freshman year in college. And she said, go over and talk to him. But, you know, I knew that nothing would be as good as those stories that my students had written the week before. What did I need to know? He was alive. He had not been killed in Vietnam. He was wearing a suit jacket. When I knew him, he was Brooks Brothers. And he was wearing this outfit that could only have been worn by a used car salesman. So that's all I needed to know. So my daughter is like elbowing me, saying, go over there. And I just stood and watched him and thought, fantasy is so much better. Thank you.